Hi and welcome back. Now I want to do a demonstration in JavaScript. So as I said, you don't really have to follow along, but if you just want to feel good, you can do what I'm doing and then you will feel the urge to learn more about this once you've actually done it in practice. So I want to do a JavaScript example with a variable, and I will do that using Scratchpad. So I said Scratchpad on Firefox, you just open with Shift F4. Now, in JavaScript, I can declare a variable var. Let me declare a variable var username. So this is a declaration. You can declare the variable and then give it a value later on. So for example, I can say, since I've declared the variable username, I can now give it a value of username is equals to bit. And when you're dealing with strings, data type of string, this is something that is like a word, a character that is not a number. You always enclose them in these quotations. If that's our username, we have declared it, we have initialized, at least given it one value, and then now let's say alert username. If I run this, it should give us the value of username, which is Pete. And then we can also do some kind of a mathematics thing. So let's say we do length, we declare length, and we also declare. Now there's something you can do here. Instead of taking this variable and then redeclaring here, what I can do is so down here I'm supposed to declare width because we want to calculate the area of what's it called, rectangle, length times width. So what we can do, instead of doing this, I can just take this and do it in the same line. So if I do that here, var length and width, this one declares two variables for me. And then, you know, this is a declaration of the variable. And of course, for me to use the variable, I have to give it some value. I have to give it something to hold. So in this case, I can say, I can give it a value of 10 and the width also of the width, let's say maybe 9. I could have done this in another line. So this is not a course about JavaScript. This is just introduction to programming and not about any particular language. So this is just a way for me to illustrate this thing about variables. So var length and width, then I can just come here and say length times, we are going to look at this these kinds of things later on when we come to operators. So for now, let's just use them. Okay, that's wrongly spelled. So you see what's good here. I can just come here and change the value of this, but I will not have to change my code down here. That's the good thing about variables. If I run this, it gives us the product of these two. So if I come and change the value there, I can just run this and it will give us its value. So a variable just stores and references some kind of a value. So in real programming situation, you'll find that this variable is probably being input by a user, whereby you have a form and a user has to put in this value. So in that case, you can see how a variable will be useful because you won't have to change anything within your code. you just change the value of the variable, and if you have a function that does something, then you just take the values that the user has input, and then the system will automatically fill in the value of those variables within here. I hope you're really understanding this thing about variables, because it's very important and you will encounter it a lot in programming. So I'll see you in the next video, where we are going to look at something that is close to variables called constants. See you in the next video.